Alright, so ended up getting my flywheel. Standard run of the mill. I don't know, some 24-pound shit. Fuck it. It's not no dual mass, but the markings are different from the DE to the VHR. So if I would have put that in, the car would never have fucking started. So long story short, got that, verified it with the flex plate. All the markings are there, so that's taken care of. So basically now I can throw that on, throw on the clutch, and get moving to mating the transmission, and then just start working on wiring and shit like that. Also need to figure out my dump for my drain. I don't know where I'm gonna go with that yet, so we'll see. But all right, so went ahead, got the flywheel on, torqued those down to 85 foot-pounds. What's that thing called? The clutch, you know, that's on with the old disc, so that's there. I was playing with this motor to see if I can actuate the thingy, but the VVL, but it looks like this is a 5-volt, so it's like a pulse width modifier. So I applied 12-volt and it didn't do anything. I just kind of seen a little spark, so it's most likely, you know, 5 volts. So I said, you know, I'll figure about that later. But basically I kind of got to come in here and start cleaning up all of this, you know, emissions crap, and yeah, just clean that up and see if I'm gonna use this intake manifold. But getting there. And then I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for a drain plug on the front. Probably just gonna, you know, cut and weld, but that's about it. So all right guys, on to the next. Here, we'll go this way. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, so now more confirmation. Those are VHR intake manifold gaskets on a DE head. Oh, and then here goes, well, you can kind of see over here. Did I put it there? Oh yeah. Look how small these primaries are. So if you were to line it up, if you could line it up, it would be like, you know, something like that. And these are definitely way too small. So even if I wanted to use the other manifold, I can't, without having to somehow modify that to join with that. That's just too much work for no damn reason. So it's going to be plastic manifold for sure. This is what the VHR looks inside. Oh, look at that little cross webbing. Help lock up the, not lock up, but keep the block sturdy. I think the LS's had a problem with that. Some of the first gens, they didn't have like cross webbing or something. I think it's cross webbing, and basically the blocks would break. I'm not going for crazy horsepower, but then I confirmed there are 2 knock sensors, so that's cool. I'm gonna leave that connected, and then let me see. No, they're 2 separate circuits, but that's fine. That one bolted right into the middle of the block, right there. But I don't know. I'll see if maybe I could join both knocks onto the knock light. I don't know, that they may throw it off, may not. I don't know. But yeah. So I got that kind of stripped. I just needed motor mounts and then work on the front, because in order to, that's just one big serpentine, so that means you need to have AC, power steering. I don't need all that shit. So hopefully the front from the other VQ, it looks like it has all the mounting spots, will be. But I'm kind of coming in here and debunking things one by one, you know, how to basically move forward. But besides that, yeah man, it's pretty damn cool. So all right guys, on to the next. Thank God Nissan doesn't like to reinvent the wheel too much, because when they do find out something that works, they stick with it. So basically, here go the 2200cc Bosch Pintos with the fuel rail from the other one, and it all lines up nice and dandy, so I don't have to worry about fuel. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. So I can actually mount this guy back up, taper off, and then yeah, start working on. I gotta double check the exhaust now and make sure those primaries are the same. If not, yeah, if these are different, oh, then I'm gonna need to what's that shit called? Make new exhaust manifolds. But okay, I love welding. But all right, hell yeah, that looks pretty. All right, that actually reminds me of the what was it, 5SFE? That's a Toyota 2.2 liter motor. I think the primaries are square. I don't know, and I think on some newer, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just talking out of my ass. But yeah, weight reduction. All right, guys. So good news is, which is very odd. Well, not in a sense, but really, the exhaust manifold, primary spacing, however you want to call it, they're all the same. So gadgets match up just fine. So basically, I can put on my old exhaust system on here. Oh damn, no, that shit looks sexy. VQ37. So I got motor mounts on. It basically kind of cleared, to a thingy block. I gotta figure out this, because my turbo's over here. That means I have to come like wrap it backwards, or do I chop the neck, spin it, and weld it? Good thing this thing can remove. So at the same time, maybe I could buy a go to the junkyard, get one, and practice on that, or do it on that one. But I don't know. Yeah, that's it. But at least she's getting in there. I mean, not getting in there, but getting set. So we will, start checking everything, making sure everything's good. Now I gotta cut the grass. Got barbecue. All right, guys. Late. All right. So now the next thing to address on this motor is the front components. On the VHR, it's a what's it called? One big serpentine belt, and on the DE, it's separate belts. And so I'm not running power steering. I'm not running AC, and so what I'm planning on doing is swapping over everything from that motor to this motor. It looks like it may work based on the front timing cover, but I will find out hopefully in about 15 minutes. All right, so a lot of things I couldn't use the components from the DE on here. For one, the pulley's different in terms of forward backward spacing, so it threw off all the alignment. Even I was trying to use this tensioner that I had on the other one. It doesn't have areas to bolt up like on that one, and so I'm kind of now saying, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Q50 type components. So with that being said, the only thing I took this idler pulley from the DE, and I kind of shimmed it to where it gets me lined up and such. I don't know if we can kind of see, but anyhow, get me lined up, and I can always space that more. Once I get an actual belt, then I can see if I need to shift forward, in and out. But then now, since I'm essentially eliminating the the AC compressor, and this is my power steering pump, now I just need to find a belt that can, so we do this wire, I mean not wire, but rope figure, so you can find out your length, and then based on the numbers on the product SKUs, that will give you either your length in I think it's either millimeters or centimeters, I can't remember, but basically I should be able to find me something that's close to what I need, and then once I get this figured out, I'm pretty much set. I don't think I'm having any issues with exhaust routing or anything, because before I used to have this coolant pipe that used to run here, so I didn't really have necessarily anything here. And plus on, the other side is where that manifold shoots to the front. This one shoots to the back. So that's pretty good. So now I'm gonna just get my line up, figure that out, and then start figuring out which model number I need. So, all right, guys.